Alright guys, welcome back to Alan Wake 2. It's Pete on here. Hope everybody's doing well. Guys, in the last video we were playing as Alan Wake and we were kind of going through his experiences in what he calls the dark place before we rescued him out of Cauldron Lake. So anyways guys, we are going to continue where we left off. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you do like the content, like always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video and all that jazz. Let's get into the... let's get back into it. Here we go. All right, guys. So we're back. Had to do a little bit of editing because the the autosave brought me all the way back to like the part where I was getting chased by the dark presence. So, anyways, we're back to where we left off in the previous video. So let's just see what this says here.
Who was writing who?
Who was writing?
Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
It's going to be interesting though how they finish this game off. It's one of those games where it's very confusing. Like, Alan, in the first game, he was kind of writing a book, and everything in his book came to life. But I feel like Anderson's Saga is one of his creations through his book. I don't think she's real.
To the murder site, I'd felt it hanging in the air.
But who knows? Who knows?
The violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath, the dead.
Okay, let's go through this door. So we have to make our way back to this apartment building and look for Alice. That's the objective. Okay, we're back at the subway. The subway station looks a lot more lit. Oh. Why isn't... There we go. Found another word of power. Oh, word of action. Thought we did this one already. So increases damage dealt to enemies, makes Alan... Yeah, we did that one before. I didn't want to press that one, but we did. So anyways, we'll move on. What's this one? 10% chance of consuming ammo. Let's just finish this one. There we go. So now we got a 35% chance of not using a bullet, which I feel like we need that considering we have absolutely no ammo. We have 6 bullets and 1 in our pocket. Just gonna do a little bit of exploration. I don't think... Can we jump down here? No, we can't. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. Oh, frame rate was...
The station had changed.
Affected a little bit there.
I was closer now.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Is this going to bring us back to the same part of town we were before? Was this the,
Parliament Tower.
Yeah, this is where we were before.
Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment?
I don't really think that was there
Would I be
before.
home?
Here, let's just
Or was
run
this
across.
just an echo of the real thing?
I'll try to avoid
Even
any
then, the
enemies.
murder site had
If
brought me
anything,
one
I'll
step
just use
closer to
my,
escape.
Wait, is that a phone?
The
Yep.
payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Okay, let's go answer this and see who it is.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will...
Wait, hello?
You know what this area reminds me of? Like the dark place? It kind of reminds me of The Further for Insidious. If you guys haven't seen that movie, it's It's basically a horror movie about a guy who could basically allow his soul to temporarily leave his body, and he could explore like the area between life and death. And then his son has the same ability, but unfortunately is getting targeted by an entity. So he then has to go back into the, dark place, which is known as the Further in this movie. And yeah, so basically this dark place reminds me of that.
The writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake
Okay,
is...
let's go in this blood red elevator. Looks very welcoming. I will say though that this game is very different than the first one. Like, the first game had some comedic breaks. Like, you had that goofy manager, you had the Sons of Asgard, the old band. But this is a lot more darker. Okay, so The Haunting. Initiation 3.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Okay, what? So Alice just has, like, a random room as soon as the elevator opens up? Are we in the penthouse?
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Alice.
What does it say? Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
What's in here?
This is the door to my study,
Okay, that's
where I wrote my
locked.
books. This symbol wasn't here
Wow,
before.
this is a nice apartment. Could you imagine how much this would cost? Especially in New York City? Oh my lord.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
So let's see if we can find a memory card inside the apartment somewhere. Let's check this out. What does it say? Video art/doc on screens mult of the dark place. Focal point. Okay, weird. Part 1. There's the SD
Part
card.
1. What was Alice working on?
Okay. Let's stick this thing in the camera. See what she was making.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices.
Let's
Alan
get
was
a
back
better
there,
view.
haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors.
Okay,
and
that's why
flashes.
there's cameras at the elevator.
Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Okay. Interesting. I really like how they incorporate the live action. Oh, we can actually interact with this.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
The fuck? That was the shortest part. I feel like they could have just put the subway part and this like apartment looking for Alice part, if you will, into one part rather than making it like so short like that. But anyways, now we're back in the present time.
Let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. but your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Alright, so I'm assuming we're taking control of her again. Yep.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
So what does it say here? Heard of the cult of the tree. Okay, we'll ask him that in a second. Let's just poke around a bit. I don't think I've actually... Okay, it's kind of weird that there's Oh, shit! Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. I thought all this stuff was in the shoebox. I was like, sweet! What happened there? Okay, let's just do a quick save. Especially with this game. It has like the weirdest autosave. Alright, let's talk to Alan. Let's finish this off.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
Cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Okay, the guy's literally been in a other dimension for the last 13 years. Give him a break. Alright, so we gotta go to our board here. So let's go to cases. We gotta go to cult. Alan Wake interview.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
There we go. That's it. Let's get out of this. Okay, so what is our goal here? It says learn more about the clicker, interrogate Wake. Okay, are we not done with the... I think we're... What's that? I'm a little rusty. What is that? Oh, I know what we have to do. Profiling.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker.
Okay, now we're gonna go over to
Wake
Scratch.
has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Alright, now I think we can interrogate Wake. Yep, here we go.
Okay. Mr. Wake, I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Alright, so now we can actually put that... Here, let's finish this last clue.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about.
So we have to go to that trailer.
They're part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No!
All right.
You need me there!
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
So what does it say? From now on, you can switch between Alan and Saga's stories via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. Huh. So I guess if I wanted to go and just play as Wake, I could go there and then play from his perspective for a bit. Oh, okay, cool. I like that. Alright, so we're going to be Saga. I think I'll just play it as her right now. I don't want to get a little too confused.
Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
So let's check the map here. We have to get to the trailer. The trailer is where we were at the beginning of the game. And we actually had to find the code for that first safe. So if we take this card, it should bring us there. Let's go to Watery.
Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? It must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before a backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
Local girl, eh? Alright guys, you know what? I think I'll stop here since we're at the beginning of a new chapter. I love how she's just wearing a shotgun around her back. It's like, I gotta fit in with the locals here. But anyways, guys, we're going to end the video here. When we come back, we will find this trailer and hunt down the clicker. If you guys enjoyed this video, guys, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, all that jazz. I do greatly appreciate all that support. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you soon.